Before we begin, allow me to paint you the full picture. General Radahn is cursed ever to wander. Eaten from the inside by malenia's scarlet rot, his wits are long gone. Now he gathers the corpses of former friends and foes alike, gorging on them like a dog.
What's up, everybody? Radahn was born the son of Radahn, a champion of the Erd Tree, and Queen Rennala, head of both the Carian royal family and Academy of Raya Lucaria. He had two siblings, Rykard and Ranni. Radahn inherited his father's flaming, red hair and was fond of its heroic implications. From a young age, he was enamored with the Elden Lord Godfrey. Attempting to emulate his idol, Radahn adorned his armor with lions, the symbol of Godfrey. At some point, the first Elden Lord, Godfrey, was robbed of grace and hounded from the lands between. Radahn's father, Radahn, left Rennala to become Queen Marika's new consort and the second Elden Lord. Radahn and his siblings were thus raised to demigod status by their new stepmother, Marika. Not wanting to abandon his scrawny but beloved steed, Leonard, Radahn studied gravitational magic in Sellia, under a master who was an alabaster lord. Radahn befriended the Albinoric Gaius, a senior disciple of his teacher, and the two formed a competitive yet friendly rivalry. Radahn's stepbrother Messmer the Impaler was also friends with Gaius, and the two became as elder brothers to Radahn. Mastering gravitational magic allowed Radahn to manipulate the forces of gravity and challenge the stars themselves. Radahn conquered the stars, saving Sellia in the process, using his vast gravitational powers to shatter the stars and arrest their cycles, earning him the moniker of Starscourge. During this time, he engraved the gravity crest upon his blades. Radahn's soldiers were known as the Redmanes for the red-maned lion raising a sword in the image of Radahn on their surcoats. The longest-serving of the Redmane Knights was Ogha, who studied gravitational techniques alongside Radahn in Sellia. It was popularly said that the Redmanes knew no weakness. At an unknown period in time, Jaren, a guest of the Carian royals, became a guest commander for Radahn's armies, and they swore a mutual oath of honorable death. When Radahn's half-brother Miquella ascended closer to godhood as an Empyrean, he would soon desire to take Radahn as a consort. Radahn was deeply admired by Miquella for his kindness and strength, seeing qualities of a lord in Radahn since childhood. He made a vow with Radahn, where Radahn would become his consort, and in return, Miquella would have to uphold some unspecified part of the vow. At some point following the Night of Black Knives, Queen Marika shattered the Elden Ring, and her offspring acquired the Great Runes. The maddening taint of their newfound strength led to the Shattering, a war between Marika's demigod descendants, each seeking to become the new ruler of the lands between. From his stronghold of Redmanes, castle in the Caelid Wilds, Radahn led his armies against the forces of the other demigods. Radahn tried to challenge Godric the Grafted in Limgrave, but the latter hid in Stormvale Castle. By the end of the Shattering, only Radahn and his half-sister, Malenia, Blade of Miquella, were left standing. The two fought to a stalemate in the Battle of Aeonia, their duel ending inconclusively when Malenia unleashed her scarlet rot. As the scarlet aeonia flower blossomed, Malenia whispered in Radahn's ear, "Miquella awaits thee, O promised consort." Tepin's scarlet rot ravaged Caelid and consumed Radahn from the inside, eating away at his psyche but failing to kill him. Following the Battle of Aeonia, Radahn roams the Wailing Dunes as a mindless beast who devours the flesh of friend and foe alike, howling at the sky. Without their commander, the Redmane Knights burned the crest on the left breast of their armor to indicate their resolve not to return home, and to serve as a bulwark against the spread of the rot in Caelid using fire. Despite his madness, Radahn continues to ride his scrawny steed, as well as halt the motions of the stars. The Radahn Festival has been organized by his men in Castle Redmane to celebrate his last battle. It is a gathering of mighty warriors who might finally put the general out of his misery and claim his great rune for themselves. The festival serves a Mimemmerdir as Jaren's way of fulfilling his oath of honorable death to Radahn. Upon the participation of a tarnished champion, the festival is a success, and Radahn is freed from his tortured existence. His death causes the stars to resume their cycles, some of which come crashing down upon the lands between. One such falling star lands in Limgrave, opening the path to Nokron, Eternal City, and allowing the fate of Ranni the Witch to progress. Following Radahn's defeat, his soul met its end. However, Miquella sought to revive it, still desiring for Radahn to be his lord consort. Miquella successfully revived Radahn, placing his soul into a vessel made from the remains of Mog, Lord of Blood, another demigod slain by the same Tarnished, who had defeated Radahn. The Tarnished encounters the newly resurrected Radahn at the Gate of Divinity at the top of Enir Ilim. Radahn stands guard as Miquella completes his ascension to godhood and battles the Tarnished once more. During the ensuing battle, Miquella steps out of the Gate of Divinity and embraces Radahn as his consort and fights the Tarnished with Radahn. The Tarnished triumphs over Radahn and Miquella, thus preventing Miquella's Age of Compassion. And here, we finished. Don't forget the like and subscribe. Thank you.